we're just here with Amy and we're going to show you how we make perfect consistent coffee, is that right?
Yeah.
Yes, because obviously we want to have, when you come in here every day or to any coffee shop, we want your coffee to taste the same every day, whoever's making it. So Amy's just going to go through a few steps of how we do that. So we want to start off weighing every shot. So when you put in the coffee, everyone's putting the exact same coffee in. So similar to cooking. So if you use a recipe and I'm making your food and someone else is making your food, ideally we want it to taste the same. So coffee is the same concept. So we want to use a recipe to make it. So we want 21 grams of coffee. Can we start?
See you, Seals.
See ya. That's also how we keep our coffee tasting good. We regularly have our machine serviced. So what are you doing now? I'm splitting the milk, so when I pour my lattes, I can get 2 even pours without having to switch between the cups, and we can get our nice, beautiful latte out on the top. Keep it simple with some stacks. Making sure we get that crema to the top. And then splitting the milk means I can then use the second one. And then we should get 2 consistent lattes. And even when we do some swans and stuff, we still want to make sure we have that crema to the top. Amazing. 2 perfect coffees. Let's try it. Cheers, Amy, to the perfect latte. Delicious. Perfect. So guys, I'm just going to take you into the mini kitchen here so you can meet Mango. So this is Mango. So she's the one that makes all the breakfast for you down here at Monocle, and she is also a very famous sandwich artist.
Oh. She's up there. Everything's made with love with Mango.
Mango's singers.
Mango's singers are the best singers ever.
I'm not, it's on her camera. Do you want to do some crossed arm ones? Yeah. Just hands down first, and look at her and just nice smile.
Candid laugh.
Candid laughing. Haha, natural jammer. Here since 2017. Talks too much. Yeah, there we go.
Nice to you. Nice party.
Ooh, Mel, do you want to tell us about this?
Well, today we have cheeses from Witch's Falls
Oh, delicious.
and a range of snacks.
Snacks.
Snacks. The best. Hey.
scattered, so we don't want it like to conform. Okay, so that's one of your little tricks for putting in your little pawpaws. We'll put in some extra little white ones and pink ones to mix up the colour. You don't want just flat colours with anything, which is another thing with painting is you don't want, you know, looking too plain. Which is why I sort of mixed up inside of my pawpaws a bit. So I'm going to work on these seeds, and then I'm going to put in some pink ones, some white ones in there as well.
Hey everyone, I'm just jumping in while it's fresh in my mind to last night I spoke at the Bell Evolution networking event. Very honored to speak and just share my story about hospitality and the challenges and everything that I've been through. And I really wanted to as well because last time I spoke at an event, it was an epic flop and I was so bad and I like stumbled and I couldn't think of words and I feel like I almost cried and I just was like mortified when I was finished. So I really wanted to challenge myself to do better, and last night I feel really happy with how I went. So I've beat that fear and that challenge, the event was super awesome because there was people there from all ages. It was at this cool kind of warehousey place. We did like networking events, so we had to find you know, someone with the same name, same eye color, same occupation, which is really cool. Something that I haven't done before. So it's the Bell Evolution is the events, and it's always different guest speakers from different industries sharing their stories, but I just want to tell everyone to go book some event you've been thinking about going, because it was just so good, like getting out of your comfort zone, because you walk in there, especially when you're walking by yourself and you're like, oh, and you don't know anyone, but you end up talking to people and you make new connections. And today I've been messaging so many awesome girls that I met, and you don't have to go to only girl events, you can go to, you know, both mixed events. And it was just a really awesome experience, and I met some really awesome people, which I can't wait to hang out with and catch up with and do things. And I just wanted to share that with you, just a bit of self-growth activity that I did, and yeah, just wanted to recap on that before I show you some many more exciting restaurant things. Hello.
Oh man.
We gotta have the fun stuff on film.
Really?
Yeah.
Just campus coffee and
And some fun stuff, some chewy. What have you got? Where's your cup?
Mine's on its. Oh, it's Jay.
Oh, poor. We don't have a custom brand. Oh my god! Oh my god!
It's still wet. We've got the tradespeople to do something to show you, just in case. So
cool. Can I touch it? Can I touch this stuff?
yeah, this is
Hi.
you can work here.
Thanks, mate.
Wow.
I can see the attraction now, dude. So
Right?
It all makes sense now, right?
How much hotter is he in that outfit?
this is just
mind blank of the terracotta.
Terracotta. No one's really doing terracotta at the moment either, hey? I feel like it was definitely a thing back. My mum would love it, like in the 90s, and now it's like
90s back.
90s are back.
It's coming back. There's some really nice stuff out there now. It's just time frames though.
Yeah.
That's the scary part. So hence the render.
Gotcha.
Terracotta render, which
Yeah.
you'll definitely be able to get
Yeah.
on time. And those guys do really good work. You can actually do patterns in them as well. It doesn't have to be that
Cool.
type of
And that is something as well, like if we are discussing upstairs, you can do that kind of texture and then paint it a colour, right?
yeah, or the render you can change it a different colour.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Okay.
it's a compound in it, so solid all the way through, as opposed to being like a topical surface that you have to retreat afterwards. So.
Okay, so let's go. So floor plan hasn't really changed as much. We did update the POS units and move the hot pie display down.
Yep.
But in this But in this concept in 3Ds and artist impressions, you'll see all the joinery at the back. So that's the exciting thing. This part might be a little bit different. It could just be painted white, or we can do tiles where the areas are visible.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so try to keep it cost effective, but also make it look beautiful. So the mood board kind of changed a little bit. We added a little bit of terracotta on the outside. Really love this little square, little terracotta, and you'll see in the 3Ds how we've used it in the little seating area.
Oh my god, I'm so excited. 3D.
Internally, we've updated the palette a little bit more. So terracotta on the counters, render walls, like textured paint, not a render, so some sort of stucco on the interior instead of using tiles, so we can get that nice soft look, and just when the light kind of shines on it, you get that texture. Because we're going to do LEDs and all that kind of stuff in the joinery.
Yep.
So, yeah. Okay.
Oh my god. I love that.
Yeah, that's the front
So
of
nice.
it.
Terracotta breeze block.
Terracotta little breeze block.
Oh my god.
And hopefully we can do a concrete in-cast, cast on site kind of seat, and then a timber seat on the internal side. So it's low at the front for the plants and trees, just to make your area a little bit more special.
Yeah.
It's street value, right?
Yeah.
So I think you guys will get a lot of attention.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the fact that you are really liking it may want to push the point that there is a lead time to that tile.
Yeah.
And whether you can still, that shouldn't hold you up from opening, because the front section where you staged it, where the Tonic's happy to do that staging construction, sometimes builders do like to have a clean handover.
Of course.
But I think
What
it's
is
so
the lead time
nice
on
and
it?
so different that's worth the wait.
Super cute as
Sandy,
well.
how long? Is it 8 weeks or?
It might be 8 to 14 weeks.
Yeah. So
8 to 14.
When I heard, I was like 14. I was like, holy moly.
So, I mean, the option is, you know, we work out the quantity plus a bit of wastage. You guys just order it and purchase it. It'll be supplied by tenant, installed by a Tonic. That's one way of procurement. Otherwise, we can look at another alternative, but it is so special and so different.
It is beautiful.
Do we need to get permission, like as a landlord, because otherwise it's not in white? Is that something, you know what I mean, their facade? They will let us do that? Is that normal?
I think
I'm actually negotiating that in the lease at the moment, because there was a clause that had come up. Anything like structural outside of the actual building needed to be discussed. So I'm sure once I show Maria anyway,
She'll love it.
She'll love it.
Yeah.
And I think it's worth the wait for that tile.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
And what's the price of that, Sammy?
Let me double check the price of it.
It's a few items up there, and it's worthwhile as a feature piece.
I feel like you always need to pick a few that need
And
to
that's
be top
100%.
end, because
Yeah.
that really defines it from being, you know,
Yeah.
and then you can sort of hide.
Yeah, so we're trying
So
to limit
beautiful.
the use of it, so that's why the bottom part is a solid, could
Yeah.
be best of block or
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
a little bit more cost effective, and the top can be the breeze blocks. Where the other cost is probably the counter front, which in the visuals we've placed in this one. So let's move on. But as for signage, we're hoping to do a drop down from the soffit, brown, because your signage is brown. So something different. Okay, as we walk inside, so we continue the crazy paint.
How did you take out my vision of my brain?
Extracted.
Right?
Terracotta at the bottom. To get this concrete,
Is that not awesome?
we can do tiles to match the floor, or we can see if we can cast on site just to get that look. We're hoping to do an LED at the bottom as well, just to shine on the floor. Cute dead bread display, textured paint on the back, which is going to be white. So you'll have a different. There'll be a datum line from the ceiling.
It is stage right.
Stage fright. Datum line going all across, so when the LEDs shine down, you get that nice texture at the back
Awesome.
of the bread displays and all your pantries and stuff. But hopefully we can do this with the timber wrapping.
Yeah, it should be, because it is custom made, and you get a nice continuity between your ambient displays and refrigerator displays, and that's where we can conceal, you know, any LEDs and things like that. The lead time for it's a New Zealand company, isn't it, for refrigeration?
I've been dealing with James, so he's the guy doing the refrigeration. We're actually going back and forth at the moment because he's given me lead times if we wanted heated glass or not heated glass, and
Okay.
obviously that all depends on the actual air conditioning of the setup. If they're going to condensate, which obviously scares me in Queensland, we have really hot days. But we did go and see some of the drop-in units that we used on another project. So obviously they're not custom, but they will still give the same effect. But even then, I think we could probably add this on where they actually join together as like a bit of an
To
after
conceal
effect,
it.
to conceal it. Yeah. So I'm hoping to get those. I'm waiting on his email actually, because if we go with the custom, he can do 6 weeks. But if we want it with the heated glass, it's 12 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah, we left the shelving on the bottom on the back side open so you can put all your boxes.
Yeah, no, that's awesome.
So hopefully it'll be a little bit practical. Currently in the visuals we have this terracotta option of going with just
Yeah.
as a normal tile, and we
Yeah.
can stagger it, trying to get the same effect.
Yeah.
Or we can do the render, which I think looks pretty nice as well. The colour's really good on it.
So that's going to be a question of, you know, your preference, what you do like, and availability.
Yeah.
Having an applicator on site, Steve from Fine Coats have done so many projects for us and do it really well. Control, you know, the pattern, control the tones and the colours, and those tiles, there is also a slight lead time
Yep.
to those two.
The subway tiles in the terracotta might be a little bit hard to get to, but I can start calling around and see.
The availability,
That's it,
and
yeah.
how much. Yep.
Is that because they're coming from overseas?
One, they're overseas too, COVID, and
Yeah.
nearly the end of the year,
Yeah.
Sure.
Christmas. So
Yeah.
that's the hard part.
The three-dimensional triangle tiles.
This is also an option to put around the counter, but I think it's a little bit more modern compared to the
Yeah.
Yeah.
rustic look. I just
Yeah.
wanted to give you an option.
Yeah.
Above the glass here, we've done fluted glazing, just to hide the ceiling area, but we wanted that openness of it.
Cool.
So a lot of
Things
your
that we wouldn't think about.
your AC
Yeah.
ducts or your return air grills, which are less attractive, but they can still frame and make the kitchen or the sexy part visible, and the top part it's still translucent. You just use reed glazing. Mate, stuff. There's a lot of things. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Things you start to consider that down the track is your ticketing, you know, how that display is going to be done, and whether above you've got any you know, ticketing or menus or.
you mean like
labeling
labeling kind of thing? Yeah,
ticketing,
cool.
Labeling.
So this is the other side. I'm looking at the coffee area. We've kind of curved this corner,
Love.
so it'd be nice and soft.
And it's nice seeing that outside.
And you can see it outside, greenery, little kid to write some pens and lights.
I was going to explain this side to anyone who is watching the video that we're doing a lot of market research with the community, and they want lots of salads and sandwiches, and they definitely, last night I did a Facebook page question, and they want to eat sandwiches after 2 o'clock because everything ends. So this is what we've built in here to have our deli sandwich kind of section.
And then your hot pies and sausage rolls.
And hot pies and sausage rolls. Delicious.
The best part.
So this is the tradie section. For you. The posh tradie section.
Come on, everyone loves a pie. Everyone loves a pie.
I think we still got some views from outside. So
Beautiful.
This is, how it looks like when you walk out the door looking at the coffee area.
Hellenica, you know, Colour Hotel, watch out. Right?
That's upstairs.
And
You're gonna fall with that.
like the last few, it's just looking
That's
We're blind, but yeah, it's a good one.
beautiful. Wow.
That's where.
That's
at
where
the
we're
moment.
at.
This is really awesome. It makes, like, obviously you get really nervous spending money and doing all this stuff, but this definitely makes you feel a lot more confident that you're doing the right thing, hey?
Oh yeah, for sure.
This is like, how could no one not want to come here? Hey everyone, so we've just left our meeting with Chloe Design and we are so stoked with everything that they've come back with. It is exactly the vision that we had in our head, and they've taken it and put it into the plan and the design. So we're so excited, and we hope you all love it.